Dr. Katie here. I am both a medical doctor and a breast cancer survivor, and I'm a huge believer in holistic healthcare, and that is why today I want to talk a little bit about the health benefits of playing the guitar. So I've done another video where I've talked about my experience with the guitar. I guess I started kind of strumming it as a child because my mother was a guitar player. I guess she is a guitar player. And then I played a bit more in college. I bought a guitar, and then I sort of abandoned it for the cello. And then I moved and my cello went into storage because I couldn't bring it with me, and so I bought another guitar because I felt like I was missing something in my life, making music. And I know the health benefits. I've seen it in my life of the guitar and of music in general. One of the things I really loved when I was working as a mental health doctor, so that's psychiatry. I was working as a psychiatrist in training in an inpatient unit. So these are people that have become quite unwell and need to be treated in hospital. One of the great things that we had were volunteers would come in and they would play guitar music. People would sing along, and if people knew how to play, they could play for a bit. And I had a couple of patients who were really, really unwell, and as they started to get better, they felt like they really, really needed their guitar to help them in their recovery. And so we organized for them or for their family members to get their guitar and bring it in. And I would typically, when I was looking for these patients to have our daily talk, therapeutic sections, medication titration moments, I'd typically find them sitting out in the sun in the courtyard playing and strumming their guitar. And I loved it. I loved it that we could have music be a part of our patients' journeys. You don't have to have a mental health illness to benefit from the guitar. I know that it's really helped me at times when I've been frustrated, maybe with something that's happened at work. I've been upset. Maybe, you're going through a breakup. Having music, playing music in your life is really, really helpful. So in no particular order, I'm going to talk a bit about some of the health benefits of playing guitar. So the first thing I will say is that we'll talk about maybe some of the physical benefits. So you can see I'm just sort of strumming. If you're playing the guitar, obviously it can help strengthen your fingers, your wrists. If you're playing gigs, if you're standing up all the time, that can be really, really great. There are studies. I know I was reading online a study by, I think it was the University of Utah, looking at the effects of power ballads on people's cardiac outcomes when they were listening to, soothing power ballads prior to surgery, and they found that it was really helpful for them physically. Because when you're in a relaxed state, it can lower your heart rate and it can affect you physically, your blood pressure and all of those things. So they found that it was really great. So if you are playing relaxing music, that can help with some of those vital signs I just mentioned, your blood pressure, your heart rate, because you're reducing the level of cortisol in your body. And then obviously you can strengthen yourself if you are standing up and playing for long periods of time, and it will obviously help with your coordination. It can help your brain playing guitar. So learning to read music or concentrating for a prolonged period of time, it can help with your memory and your concentration because you're using your brain. And we know from lots of different studies that the more you use your brain, the better it is for it. And, that's in terms of prevention of things like dementia and Alzheimer's. It's really important to use your brain as much as possible, and in different ways. The next thing I guess I'll talk about is, so we talked about some of the physical benefits of playing the guitar, some of the mental health benefits. So I'd sort of alluded at a big one. A lot of people find that playing music helps them reduce anxiety. It helps them when they are going through something strong, really strong. What do I mean by strong? Really difficult, or difficult to, it's stressful to deal with. They can use playing the guitar as a way to deal with their emotions. So again, it can, as you focus on the present moment, it can be a bit of a mindfulness moment for you. It can also help you, if you're a singer-songwriter, it gives you a moment to, or a different way, method, process your emotions, which is really, really great. And these things can be helpful. I think that playing music can keep kids out of trouble. It's better to pick up a guitar than, smoke some cannabis or do other drugs, or drink alcohol to cope. So it's an adaptive, as opposed to a maladaptive way to deal with the stress and pressures of life. And, it can help you professionally if you want to make a career out of it. I mean, I probably will never be good enough to be a professional musician, but I do have some goals. One is I would like to be good enough to play, I want to write a song and I want to sing it and play it on the guitar and play it at an open mic night. That is a goal I have. Another goal I have with my cello, I guess, is to be good enough to join an amateur orchestra that raises money for charity. So in Australia, not in my state, because I live in the middle of nowhere right now, but in other states like New South Wales, they have a medical doctors orchestra that has a concert every year, or they had before coronavirus, where they, it's a bunch of doctors, they come together, they put on a concert, and it benefits a charity. I've always wanted to do that. But alas, I haven't had time, and I've been nervous that my cello playing is not up to scratch to be able to play in an orchestra. So that's something that I'm working on. These are my musical goals. They bring me joy. Playing brings me joy. Playing is one of the guitar and the cello, but this video is more about the guitar. It is one of the many wellness tools that I have in my toolkit. So I don't know how your day is or how your life is going, but if you are at all struggling, please consider picking up the guitar and learning to play. Or maybe you don't learn to play. Maybe you just, strum along crazily. But if you do want to learn to play, there are a number of great YouTube videos where you can learn 10 songs with, that you can play with just 2 chords. And 2 chords, that's all you need to learn. So you can learn 2 chords, I don't know, in 30 minutes, and then you can start learning to play 10 songs. I mean, that's crazy. Like, no other instrument allows you to go from, knowing nothing to playing in a short period of time. I mean, I guess the recorder would be another good option if you're not into the guitar, or the ukulele. Consider ukulele. It has a lot of the same benefits of a guitar. I guess it's a little bit more of an affordable entry point. This guitar I bought just because, I don't know, I loved the shape. I liked the way it sounded. I went to this guitar store, and I think I drove the guy crazy because I picked up and played probably almost every guitar in the store that was in my price range. And yeah, and that took a while. Because it was a big store. But the thing is, if you're interested in purchasing a guitar, that's really one of the best ways to do it. You gotta love your guitar. You gotta like the way it feels. You gotta like the way it sounds. You can read guitar reviews. Online, YouTube, of course, has tons. But nothing compares to actually hearing it, feeling the strings under your hands, hearing it play. And then there's other things, like, I don't know if you've noticed while I've been, throwing my guitar around, that this guitar also offers the option of being plugged in. So, which is really, really great. That's part of the reason I bought this guitar. But this is not a review about how to pick a guitar. I'm sure there are people that are way more experienced to give you advice. But the point is, if you want to, if you're thinking about taking up the guitar, think about it more and do it, because there are a lot of health benefits of it. And as a medical doctor, I'm always really, really happy to hear when my patients tell me that they have a guitar and are playing, or have another musical instrument and are playing, because it's a protective factor in your life. It can help you through difficult times, and it can help you be healthy and well, which is why I do what I do professionally. So please consider playing the guitar. It is great for your mind, body, and soul. Okay, have a great day.